Hello students, welcome back to your grammar class. Today we will be doing conjunctions. Conjunctions are very important part of speech. Before we proceed, I would like to tell you what conjunctions actually are. Students, you know the word conjunct, it means to join. Therefore, conjunctions are the words that join words, clauses, phrases or sentences. They are also called connectors. Now let's come to the concept of conjunctions. Students, whenever we talk about concept of place, we use the conjunction where, wherever. For time, we use when, while, after, as soon as, etc. Now when you have to add on something to a sentence, you're talking about something and you have to do some additions. For that you will use and, as well as, both, besides, moreover, etc. To show contrast, we use but, still, yet, for purpose, that, therefore, so that, in order that. Now when you have to compare something, when you are using comparison, for comparison you will use as, so as, than, like he's smarter than his sister. For cause and result we use as, because, for, since, etc. And for alternatives, when you give choice to someone, you can use either or, neither nor, or otherwise. Now when you are talking about a condition, in conditional sentences you can use if, unless, provided that, in case. These are conditionals. Now for concession we will use although, though, even though, yet, despite, in spite of. Now students, we are going to do conjunctions in detail and I will be explaining you use of some very important conjunctions. So let's begin. First of all, let's talk about and, as well as, not only but also. Students, these conjunctions are used to join two or more words, phrases or clauses of the same nature or rank. Remember children, same nature or rank. For example, she bought the dress and made the payment. Now, Nina as well as her friend is disciplined. Now, when you talk about Nina and her friend, you cannot use two sentences here. It would not be appropriate. If you say Nina is disciplined, full stop. Her friend is disciplined. Rather than doing that, you can simply write Nina as well as her friend is disciplined. We also use both and as pair for emphasis when you have to lay emphasis. This game is suitable both for children and adults. Now students, let's talk about the conjunction but, still and yet. I told you before that these conjunctions express contrast between two statements and these are used to join statements or clauses that oppose each other in thought. Just remember, they oppose each other in thought. They are used for statements that oppose each other in thought. Example, he is physically weak but strong-willed. Now see, this is a contrast in his nature and physical ability. He is tired, still he is working. He was sincere, yet he did not succeed. Now let's move on to the next conjunction, nevertheless. Nevertheless also expresses the same sense. फिर भी कहते हो आप, फिर भी. He was disheartened, nevertheless he went on trying. फिर भी वो try करता रहा. Okay, now we have the conjunction however. However is a very forceful word, students. It means the same as nevertheless and shows contrast with what went before. जो पहले वो उसके साथ contrast बताने के लिए आप however use करते हो. जैसे he has behind schedule, however he decided to pursue the project. Now, I have two dogs. However, mom prefers cats. Now students, remember, if however is used to begin a sentence, it must be followed by a comma. Now let's come to though, although, even if, etc. Though and although are slightly stronger than but. Though is weaker than although. Students, remember, though is weaker than although. Let's take the examples. Although it was windy, he went out on foot. Though he is a man of little means, yet he is always presentable. Okay. Now, let's talk about or. This is a very easy conjunction. You all know that it is used to introduce a choice or an alternative. Now, suppose some guest come to your home. What would you say? Would you prefer tea or coffee? Right? Now, talking about some notes, you can say, I shall complete these notes now or in the evening. So, or is very, very easy. Students, the conjunction or also takes the place of and in negative sentences. Let's check out some examples. I like cakes, biscuits and chips. This is and. Now, how would we replace it with or? I don't like cakes, biscuits or chips. In negative sentences, and will be replaced by or. Now, let's come to either or, neither nor. These conjunctions express a choice or alternative between two things. They are used to give more emphasis. You can be either wise or headstrong. And neither nor means not one, not the other. Neither Jane nor her sister is coming to the party. Very easy. Now let's come to the next conjunction, otherwise. Students, otherwise is used after an order or suggestion, not following which will have consequences. See, do what I say, otherwise you will be sorry. It is used after an order or suggestion. Over here, it is a suggestion. Now, for, therefore, so. These can be used to express inference or draw a conclusion. Conclusion के लिए use होता है इसलिए. There must be some fault in the supply, for I cannot switch on the computer. Okay. Now, students, a for clause does not tell us why a certain action was performed. It just gives a piece of additional information which helps to explain it. It is preceded by a comma or full stop. Now let's come to so and therefore. So and therefore usually go in the middle of a sentence. Remember, so and therefore usually go in the middle of a sentence. Let's do an example. He worked very hard, so he stood first. He reached much before time, therefore he had to wait very long. Therefore can also go at the beginning of a new sentence. Let's check an example. He worked very hard, full stop. Therefore he stood first. So please do read these again. Now let's talk about as, since, because. These conjunctions express reason or cause. They are called conjunctions of reason. Now students, because is stronger than as and since, but they are often used in the similar way. Let's check. I did not complete the homework as I was unwell. I shall assist you since you are sincere about your work. Okay. The boy is sleeping because he is tired. See now, because is stronger than as or since. Now, as also expresses manner. You must have heard of the saying, as you sow, so shall you reap. Okay, and as is also used to express comparison. My watch is as expensive as yours. So students, I would like to request you to please study these conjunctions at page number 336, 338, and please do the exercises that we will be giving to you. And go through the video again for a better understanding. Thank you.